What is the Integrated Design Project? The students work together in teams of 7 or 8 students over a whole year from September to June on the design of a major civil engineering infrastructure project. The project is set up as a role play, and we try and make the projects and the experience as real as possible so that it mimics what happens when students go on and work as engineers.
Working in a team is the most enjoyable bit because you get to bounce ideas off everyone, you get to work together and make something together as a team.
So IDP actually gives you the best experience you can get for a real-life project scenario.
Projects that we've worked on over the past couple of years include a skyscraper in central London, a marina in Monaco, flood alleviation scheme in Genoa, and Crossrail 2.
It is quite an exciting thing to think about, to say that I'm going to be designing something of this scale.
It's quite rewarding to go from just having a blank piece of paper sitting around with your friends to an actual end design which you can then potentially build.
There are over 100 practising engineers who are involved in teaching and mentoring on the Integrated Design Project, and they come from the major construction and engineering firms in London, including Arup, Atkins, Mott MacDonald and Bureau Happold.
It's a bit intimidating at first because these people are very high up in their field, and with that in mind, the clients work with you to really better your design.
Industry mentors bring a lot of real experience to the project, and they're really helpful and they're willing to share their experiences and their time with us.
The students really benefit from the contact with industry. They're able to go into their office and see what it's like to work as an engineer, and in some cases they've even gotten jobs.
This definitely helps prepare me for the actual real-life working experience, so it's very helpful.
I had a job interview and a lot of it was explaining my IDP project, and that was really useful, and I actually got the job at the end.
Term 2, from January to March, students take on responsibility for an individual piece of the design. For this part of the project, they're matched with an experienced engineer from industry, normally chartered, who's got experience in their area.
My individual project is focused on geotechnics, which is the field that I'm going to go into.
You kind of lose the student attitude. You know that in IDP it's all on you to research things and to ask questions, and it gives you that flexibility in your character that you would need in the work environment if you want to be able to solve something.
There's a strong emphasis on communicating your design as part of the project, and we provide workshops in sketching and drawing with Trevor Flynn through the UCL Drawing Gym.
The thing that's most important I've taken away is how to communicate design and data effectively to someone. You can't present everything you've done. You need to choose what's most important and work out a way which is best to communicate that to the people and the audience that are watching it.
During the year there are a couple of milestone presentations where students present to other students, their clients, the academic staff and the public.
It helps you pick up a lot of skills in terms of how to present and how to talk to people in industry and the different things that you have to take into account.
Through the process at the end, you feel like actually, well, I could manage it, even if it feels impossible at first. By the end you realise you know what you're talking about and you're confident enough to speak to people and explain your point.
So our students find it really challenging and an intense project when they're actually doing it. They often come back a year or two later and say that it has given them a huge advantage over other students from other universities when they start their work as an engineer.
I graduated from UCL in 2014. IDP was really useful for actually replicating what it's like in the real world. So I felt that the transition going into work was actually a lot easier having studied IDP.
It's a more smoother transition to like the world of work to do IDP.
Finishing integrated design, you'll have a better understanding of the design process and how engineering works in the real world. You'll have had some experience on a near real project, and you'll have worked with experienced engineers to develop the design on that project.